afternoon, we are continuing to monitor a massive fire at a fertilizer plant in Winston-Salem. Here's what we know. It started last night, and the city is strongly encouraging people who live within a 1-mile radius of that fire, even businesses in that area, to evacuate. We have full team coverage for you this afternoon on what we know about this fire and how it could impact you as well. Let's start with our Rachel Ellis. She is following this from overnight as well, and she's been there early this morning as well. Rachel, we've received at least 2 updates from crews so far. What have we learned?
Yeah, Talitha, good afternoon from you. Right now, based on those 2 updates, the main message still remains the same, asking people who live within that 1-mile radius of the Weaver fertilizer plant to evacuate their homes immediately. People are asked to stay away from this area for at least 48 hours. You can see kind of the severity of this situation behind us right here. You can see the smoke still billowing in the sky here. It's been pretty much the same story ever since the sun came up early this morning. You can see the plumes of smoke filling the sky, that thick white smoke that's really just filling up your screen right now. And Talitha, we heard from several city officials and first responders both early this morning and again at that 9 o'clock hour. And we heard from City Council member and Mayor Pro Tem Denise Adams, who represents the North Ward of Winston-Salem. And she said that she was home last night when she heard a tremendous boom and a bunch of fire trucks drive by, and says she was later alerted that there was a tremendous fire going on. And she wants everyone to know today that they can contact the Red Cross. They are wanting to do anything to help the people who are impacted by this really severe situation right now. People who have been asked to leave their homes, she says, to contact the Red Cross. And right now, crews are still driving around, where they have been overnight at least, making sure that people left this area over a PA system and knocking on doors. And this is a very technical situation. I know there's a lot of different obstacles and potential challenges that firefighters have already faced and could face later today and over the next several hours as this situation develops. And I know that our Leanne Denyer is also live here this afternoon. Leanne, I know that they're saying right now, or city officials are saying, that they can't actually fight this fire like they traditionally do. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, earlier today we heard from Captain Matthew Smith. He's from a hazmat team with the state. And you'll notice just over my shoulder here, there's a hazmat truck from the state right here. And then we have another one from Winston-Salem on my other side. And then we just saw a helicopter come into view. We do have some helicopter photos. We have some live images that we want to pull up right now. Taking a look at this fire and really trying to understand exactly what it's doing is exactly what crews are trying to do right now. That's just the point that they're at. They're not able to get in there. You can just see from the pictures the smoke. It is gray, it is dense, and it's been really interesting to watch it sort of change and morph over time. Rachel Ellis and I were talking just a few minutes ago, and she says that she's really noticed that it changes as the morning has gone on. But hazmat teams, they are taking a look at this, and they say that because of the threat of this ammonium nitrate explosion, they have to wait within this 36-hour window before they can get close to that fire, before they can fight the fire. So we are within that 36-hour window right now. The initial call came in Monday night, so that means that 36 hours isn't going to be up until Wednesday morning. So right now, this really is an investigative part of the process. So the state says that they are moving in. They're taking it really slow. They're going about 1,000 feet closer every hour to the origin, just to monitor the conditions. But like you mentioned, Rachel, fire crews, they're not able to fight this fire right now. So they're outside of that evacuation radius, just like us, as the threat of this explosion does remain. Smith says that they're not seeing anything immediately dangerous, but they are monitoring things closely. He says the risk will go down as the fire starts to burn itself out. But again, they have to work within this 36-hour window because of the threat of that ammonium nitrate explosion. So we are in that 36-hour window right now, and crews are really just having to investigate to really see what they're working with. We are hoping for another update from officials as the day goes on, as we head on into the afternoon, as we are now in day 2 of monitoring this fire. We'll send it on back to you in the studio for now.
All right, thank you so much, Leanne and Rachel. Wake Forest University is canceling all classes today. An alert was sent out overnight letting students and staff know housing is available for students, staff, and faculty who need to evacuate. They can head to the Wellbeing Center, the Benson Center, and the library, which is ZSR Library. Right now, students who live on campus do not need to evacuate, with the exception of students who live in Deacon Place apartments. Now, most schools in the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School District, they are open as normal. The one exception is North Hills Elementary School. That school is in the evacuation zone, so students are learning remotely for today. Ranolda House Museum of American Art will be closed to visitors today because of this fire. Due to the fire, the museum is going to be closed, as I mentioned. They are part of Wake Forest University, and all tickets purchased for today will be automatically refunded. We are hearing from Governor Roy Cooper this afternoon, and he says, quote, "My office is in communication with North Carolina Emergency Management, Public Safety, and local officials regarding the dangerous fire in Winston-Salem. I appreciate the work of firefighters, and the state will continue to provide any assistance necessary to get this fire under control." We're told that he has been in contact with Mayor Joines as well. And we are also hearing from Winston-Salem Mayor Alan Joines. For more on that, let's go straight on out to Fort Hatchet. You've also learned the evacuation site is now being called an evacuation shelter. Fort?
Yeah, hey Talitha, the Red Cross, Greater Carolinas Red Cross just took over here. They're bringing in cots and blankets and some food to this evacuation site, which is now being classified as an evacuation shelter. That means medical professionals will be on staff and they'll be set up here. They're saying they're monitoring it on a day-to-day basis to see just how long these cots and beds will be set up for anyone who needs it. You heard Rachel mention they're encouraging anyone who is displaced to reach out to the Red Cross and find some shelter and food here. We did speak to Mayor Alan Joines just a little bit earlier this morning. He said it was a long night and it's already turning into a long morning, and it will continue throughout the day. He spoke with hazardous materials crews. They said that they don't expect anything too onerous to come from that smoke, but there could be some irritants in the air today. He said as of right now, they don't anticipate issuing an emergency declaration, but they said they could issue one later tonight, maybe just to have a curfew to make sure everyone is out of the area and inside when they needed to be. He said he's already heard from Senator Richard Burr and Governor Roy Cooper, and he said he's even heard from some members of the local community offering to help.
And on other things, I've got calls from local restaurants who want to provide food to the firefighters. And last night, I had calls from hotels offering up rooms for individuals who were evacuating. So it's really made me feel good that people were stepping up.
And here at the evacuation center, the evacuation shelter, we just saw Subway bring in some lunches and some other meals for any of the members that are staying here in this evacuation shelter. And the Red Cross says that if you'd like to help, you should reach out to them first. Don't just bring anything by to help out, but they are looking for some more help on food or shelter from anything that anyone could provide in the area. In Winston-Salem, Fort Hatchet, WXII 12 News.
All right, thank you so much, Ford. And folks, we are hearing from one of the residents who lives within the evacuation zone of the fertilizer plant. Jasmine Webster says that officers initially came out around the neighborhood telling people evacuations are not mandatory, only to circle back about an hour later, an hour and a half to that means, to talk to the residents and let them know that they do need to get out.
Hey, I had heard an explosion, and I told my mom, I was like, that's just a car wreck, something, something hit. And she was like, well, go check anyway. So I went to the door and checked. And all I seen was the flames just burning. So I was like, it's a fire. Call 911. I had a whole panic attack. I'm not even gonna lie, I broke down because I didn't know what to do.
And her grandmother, who she lives with, is disabled, but officers were able to help get them out into their cars to evacuate and head to the fairgrounds safely. And our Devontae McKenneth also spoke with another resident who has decided to evacuate. He joins us live in studio. Devontae, this man left his home this morning?
Talitha, yes, he did. And we spoke to Paul Roper. He lives in that same 1 mile radius and said that he was alerted to evacuate around 6 o'clock this morning. He went to the evacuation center at the education building there at at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds. That's where the American Red Cross is helping those being displaced by what they're calling a strongly encouraged evacuation order. Many of them anxious and concerned about what's next, but thankful for the food and shelter being provided. At last check this morning, there were only about 10 to 15 people using that facility, and that was around 9 o'clock this morning. So still plenty of room if you or your family are still in need of shelter. Officials expect an uptick in people to arrive later this afternoon, since that 1 mile radius covers about 6,500 people. As for Paul Roper and his family, they're still very much concerned.
Well, we were alerted at about 6 o'clock this morning. They sent a text message out to everyone for people to evacuate within a mile radius. You know, it's kind of weird. I was out walking the dog last night and heard some sounds. Didn't really think much of it, and then to wake up this morning and find out that there's potentially explosive stuff near us is a little bit scary, to be honest with you. You know, I know the firefighters doing the best job that they can, and hopefully they can get it under control so everyone's safe.
And this is a slight change from that video you just saw. If you're heading to the education building there at the fairgrounds this morning, they do want you to know pets are no longer allowed in that facility. Many of you have also wondered about reimbursements for those hotels you might have purchased. The city has not provided a plan for that quite yet, but hotel staff is recommending that folks keep their receipts, and as soon as they're given instruction from the city, that process will then begin. Talitha.
All right, thank you so much, Devontae. The Forsyth County Office of Environmental Assistance and Protection says it is monitoring the fire and says that a smoke plume from the fire will continue to drift southwest throughout the day and will likely impact local air quality. The office recommends avoiding outdoor activity in and near the smoke plume, especially if you have any sort of respiratory illness. Meanwhile, health experts are warning people about the air quality following last night's massive fire. WXII 12's Louis Tran joins us now in Winston-Salem after talking with a doctor. Louis?
Hey, Talitha, if you look right behind me, you can see a plume of smoke coming from that massive fire. And just to show you how drastic it is, to the left, you can see the blue skies, but to the right, that smoke is creating a significant haziness, which is impacting the air quality. So, what's considered good air quality? A Wake Forest doctor says air quality is measured from 0 to 500. Good is considered 50 or less. Moderate, 50 to 100. And a dangerous level is more than 300. She says the particles released from the ammonium nitrate from the fire creates a risk. According to doctors, kids and the elderly are at risk, especially people with underlying lung conditions. Health experts say if you live within the 1 mile radius of the fire, evacuate. If you live outside of it and live within the Winston-Salem area, stay inside if you can.
If you've got asthma, if you've got COPD, stay in. If you experience the beginnings of what seems to be typical of your asthma or COPD flare, call your doctor. Don't wait until you're gasping and have to go to the ED.
Now, if you have to go outside, doctors are encouraging you to mask up. An N95 mask, they say, is the best one, but a surgical one as well can help. In Winston-Salem, I'm Louis Tran, WXII 12 News.
All right, thank you so much, Louis. And right now we're taking a look at your forecast, and the weather also plays a role and an impact in this in a really big way, Brian.
It was, we had something called an inversion set up earlier this morning, which kind of keeps the smoke relatively close to ground. The bottom line of everything we're telling people, if you can smell the smoke, go inside. If you're inside and you can smell the smoke, then you need to leave the area.
Good point.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations where it's going to continue to ebb and flow and change over time. We take a live look right now at our satellite and radar composite. We zoom in on the location we're talking about. This isn't too far from 52. It's actually not too far from the airport. This is actually helpful because we can actually measure weather conditions, either related or unrelated, to the fire as we go through time. And currently in Winston-Salem, we have a north wind, so the plume that is moving, if it's not going straight up, is moving a little bit farther south, either south or southwest today. Lainey sent me a text a little while ago. She was on the west side of Forsyth County. She can clearly smell the smoke in her location downtown. At that point, she could not. So it certainly is an evolution in process, and will really depend on how the wind changes. And that's kind of our concern going forward, because since they can't fight that fire directly for some time, the risk is that the winds will change over time. And this particular model, going from an east wind to more of a south wind, which would carry whatever plume northward into Forsyth County and perhaps toward our border counties. The longer this goes, the more these winds are going to change. So the areas that may be affected by this smoke plume could change over time. Right now, they've been pretty steady out of the northeast for much of the morning to this point. That's it for your forecast. Now we'll have much more on the week-long forecast coming up soon.
All right, thank you so much, Brian. We are, of course, going to stay on top of this fire and monitor any developments you need to know about. Stick with us both on air and online. We'll be right back.